Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by MedVet. Every week, y'all, we introduce you to a new furry friend looking for their forever home in our MedVet Pet of the Week. This week, we have our good friend Luis Sanchez from Austin Pets Alive, alongside two new friends, Gordita and Gordita's foster mom, Nicole Swain, who has been so kind to sit along in the studio because Miss Gordita really loves her people. So good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for being here. All right, we're starting with little Miss Gordita, who I'll tell you I wish was a little bit heavier than she is, just because that's an amazing name for a dog, but you know, extra treats everybody once she gets to her forever home. Tell us a little bit about her.
Well, her name is Gordita. I've had her for about 3 weeks. She's actually from Kerrville. We've got her from Kerrville Pets Alive. She has had a little traumatizing past, but she is getting better. She's probably would be best fit with a very active family.
Really?
Yes.
That is actually not what I thought you were going to say, because she's been just curled up under the chair.
She's curled up on the floor right now. It's probably because she's, a little scared right now. But she loves walks. She loves kids. Any dogs, big dogs, small dogs, doesn't matter.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so hang on. She's the perfect dog.
Yeah.
She is the perfect dog.
She goes along with everybody, including kids.
Kids, family. She loves them all.
Oh,
she loves going on walks. I take her on hikes all the time. She loves it all. She's a water dog. I've taken her to the beach. Loves it.
So she's not scared of the water
Not
either.
at all. Not at all.
My goodness. She's an adventurous gal.
Yes.
But clearly she's a couch cuddler as well.
Yes. She's a big old lovable cuddle dog. You get her, when she finds her person, she's all on you. She will love you forever.
That's the reason I think she's so curled up under you right now.
Yes,
is because in just 3 weeks you have become her person.
Yeah.
Which I think bodes really well for anybody who brings her home.
Yes.
She can reattach.
Yes, she can reattach, yes.
Aww.
I think she's just been through so much that, I was the first person that kind of gave her some attention. But
gotcha.
She
is, I don't know, she looks like 30-something
32 pounds.
32. I cannot believe I guessed it that close.
Yes, you did.
You
did very good.
Yeah. You can do one of those like jelly bean, like how many in the jar contest now.
You're right
but, still kind of how do I want to say it? Baby.
Yeah, she's only 4 months old.
Is she only 4 months old?
She's only 4 months old.
Because she let Luis carry her up the stairs.
Yes.
Sweetie. Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. Yes.
Oh, so a lot of things to love about Gordita. And so Luis, if somebody is watching this morning and they are looking for the perfect dog,
of course.
Oh my goodness, they've found her.
Yes.
How does that work?
Yeah, so just go on our website, austinpetsalive.org, and they just search up the name Gordita, and she'll come up, and there's a little button there to submit an adoption inquiry. That'll basically send an email to Nicole, where she will then reply back to whoever emails her and says, hey, let's set up a meet and greet, let's learn more about your home, and do all the things. So it's a really easy transition into a new home.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Gordita's wonderful. She came to us from Kerrville Pets Alive as kind of the days after the Central Texas flood. So she came to us a couple of days after. So she did experience a really kind of traumatic event for her as a small puppy. But I think she's been really good at kind of blossoming. She's still getting that confidence and that courage to be a puppy and to be able to experience that love. So we're really hoping that somebody watching today experiences that too with her and hopefully adopts her.
She is resilient, this little one.
Very.
Do we think she knew a home before this, or do we think that she was an outdoor dog before this?
I think she might have been an outdoor dog before this.
Okay.
Because
I didn't know where we were with crate training, maybe.
Oh no, she is crate trained.
Okay.
She is crate trained. I got her crate trained and I got her house trained.
Well,
yes,
she's
so
smart because you've only had her 3 weeks.
She is smart. She is very smart.
Oh, okay.
She picks up really, really fast.
Okay, little Miss Gordita.
And we've had her for a few months, so she was pretty much a baby when she experienced all that.
Goodness. Okay, so still 4 months old. Do you think she's going to get any bigger, by the way?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's hard to know. She's like a German Shepherdish mix with maybe, I don't know, Border Collie, something like that. So maybe 50 pounds or so. I don't think she'll be too gigantic.
Yeah.
She's a
Gotcha.
good medium.
Medium-sized
Yeah,
dog.
medium-sized dog.
Medium-sized dog. We are really creating a box of like perfection right
Yeah,
here
no,
around
she is.
Gordita,
She's
and
sweet. She's
so
sweet.
I'm hoping that people see it. Okay,
Yes.
Luis, I know that things have kind of settled down after summer. What are you guys needing at APA right
Yeah,
now?
so we're actually really needing fosters and adopters. We've really noticed, like September was really slow for us with school getting back in session, really slowed down on adoption numbers. So we would really love some support. If anybody's looking to add a new furry pet to their family, cat or dog, just stop by the shelter, look at all your rescues that are around the area as well. Adopt, before you shop, and really consider adopting from Austin Pets Alive. We have a lot of really great puppies and dogs and cats and all the things, so stop on by.
And you guys do a lot to support people who do adopt.
Yes, yeah.
So keep making sure that when that pet goes to their home, whether it be a kitty or a dog, that it stays with their forever family.
Yeah.
Just in about 20 seconds here, Louise, if you wouldn't mind mentioning Second Chance Saturdays.
Yeah, so Second Chance Saturdays, this Saturday at all of our APA thrift stores from 10 to 6 p.m., 50% off all Halloween decor.
Hey.
So stop on by. We have locations in Austin, Pflugerville, and Round Rock, so you can stop on by and get some cool thrift items.
I was gonna say, I know it's a really popular place to hang
Yeah,
anyway.
it's great, it's great,
A
yeah.
great opportunity.
I'm
to
there all the
go.
time.
All right, guys, thank you so much, Little Miss Gordita. I have to call her that.
Yes,
That's a
yes.
nickname that's sticking with me. You did a great job. She didn't move the whole time. For more info on adoption at Austin Pets Alive or to make Gordita a part of your family, visit austinpetsalive.org or follow them on social media at Austin Pets Alive. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by MedVet. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by The Joint Chiropractic. The Joint Chiropractic offers a refreshing alternative to traditional clinics, one built around convenience, affordability, and accessibility. Owner and chiropractor Dr. Ryan Vale is here to tell us more, and we're happy to have him. Dr. Ryan, what makes The Joint Chiropractic different from maybe a traditional chiropractic clinic?
So typical traditional chiropractors, you make an appointment, you gotta be there on time. At the Joint Chiropractic, we love that we're walk-in available. You don't need appointments, and we also have almost 20 locations throughout the Austin region. So once you go to one, you can go to all of them. We almost have 1,000 nationwide as well. So whenever people are traveling, they love that convenience to be able to stop in and get that appointment that they need.
All right, let's talk about what a new patient can expect from their first visit, because you treat everyone differently. They can just walk into the clinic, but every single case is unique.
Absolutely. So the thing that I love about the Joint is, like I said, you can walk right in, get that appointment. You're gonna start with your WC, the wellness coordinator. They're kind of the hands approach on. They're gonna help you with your paperwork if need be. After that, you don't have to meet with no medical assistant or anything. You jump straight in with the chiropractor. They're gonna sit down one-on-one with you. They're gonna go through an examination, ask you what your goals are, what you want out of the chiropractic care, what's going on, and then based off of that, they're gonna formulate a treatment plan with you that works for your schedule.
What kind of ailments do you see besides what I would typically think of as back pain?
Right, so most people think, oh, my back hurts and you go to the chiropractor. But we do also see neck pain or people that have vertigo, which is dizziness. We see a lot of migraines and headaches, right? So a lot of those computer people, they have a lot of headaches and migraines because they're stuck on those screens all day long. But we treat everyone from a newborn baby all the way to well into your Medicare years. So we see everything. We see shoulders, we see wrists and elbows, we see knees.
I personally would love to hear every bone get cracked in my
Absolutely.
body, but not everybody likes that.
Some are afraid, right?
Yeah.
So I love this question because that's what stops most people from coming into the chiropractor is they're scared, right? And that's what I want to tell everyone is the last thing you want to do is stay in pain just because you're afraid of what might happen. We are all board certified at the Joint, so every single chiropractor you see is going to be a doctor that's board certified. We're trained to treat all the way from babies, so we can be as gentle as possible to like the mightiest, hulkiest person, or the person who just wants a good crack like you, right? But truthfully, we can tailor it to where there's different adjustment styles. There's some adjustment styles where you won't even hear the cracking sound if you're afraid of it, all the way up to whatever that patient is needing.
Okay, we're Dr. Ryan. We really appreciate your time today. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
There are locations across Austin and Central Texas. Find the one nearest you at thejoint.com/Austin. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by The Joint Chiropractic. Welcome back, y'all. The season of candy is upon us, and it's a good reminder to check our labels regardless of the food group. Kim Eagle with Earn That Body is here with some tips this morning. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Rosie.
All right, let's hop into it. What are you looking for on a food label? Starting with calories, protein, fat, and carbs, are they as important as we have always thought they are?
They're not as important to me. And I say that because I have so many clients who will say, is this product good for me? And they will send me the details, of the calories, the protein, the fat. And I always say this, I don't want to see that. I want to see what's in it. I want to see the ingredients.
Okay, interesting. So we're looking at ingredients instead. Let's talk about how important it is, for example, to be able to pronounce the ingredients that you see on that list.
Yeah, I think that's where we start. If you cannot pronounce it and you have no idea what it does, like it's some foreign word, it's probably a chemical of some sort. Now, in particular, I always look for the artificial sweeteners in there, or artificial coloring, or artificial anything. So if you see the word artificial in the ingredients, that's an out for me. That's a chemical. But also artificial sweeteners you might not know are sucralose and aspartame. Those are two really big ones that you'll see in a lot of diet foods, a lot of sugar-free foods, and those are hardcore chemicals that you really don't want to eat.
Okay, now you're going to get into that debate, right, about is it better to just have regular old sugar versus something that is 0 calorie but technically was manufactured in a lab?
Yes, absolutely. I am definitely someone who says always eat real sugar versus the artificial. So anything diet has artificial sweetener in it. Anything that says sugar-free has artificial sweetener. That is a chemical. So I would rather you eat the real sugar, but just be conscious about how much you eat.
Okay. So many of us were raised in that period of time, the 90s, where like we went low fat everything, low calorie everything.
Yes.
It's you kind of have to get back over the hump and learn a little bit more about what's the other side of that. Let's talk about erythritol, because that also is a faux sugar and can make people feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think that people don't realize and they don't know what to look for, but erythritol is a sugar alcohol, and that is also an artificial sweetener, but it will cause bloating in a lot of people. So if you're someone who's like bloated all the time, it might be worth it for you to start looking at some of the drinks that you're eating, or the protein bars or the cereals, and see if it has erythritol in it, because I would get rid of that one pretty quickly.
There are so many artificial sweeteners or non-sugar sweeteners out there now that it's really hard to keep track. So if we are going to do anything, Kim, I know I'm putting you on the spot, other than plain old sugar, what would be your first go-to? Would it be something that's made, I've seen monk fruit, for example. Would it be something that originally comes from something that is natural?
You absolutely nailed it.
Did I?
I would pick something with monk fruit. I'm not even a stevia fan. A lot of people say, well, stevia is natural. It's natural if you're like literally getting it outside in your garden, I suppose, but you're getting the processed version of stevia when it's in an item. So the monk fruit is a really good sweetener that I feel comfortable with.
You know what? I so rarely get things right with you. I'm so pleased that I guessed monk fruit correctly. Let's talk about what the goal, though, is overarchingly. We're talking about all these things that we see on the label that we don't want to go with. Let's talk about what the goal for nutrition is, especially when we're working with you.
The goal is always real food. So I'm talking about foods that basically don't even have an ingredient label, right? So your bananas, your apples, your sweet potatoes, when you can, try to stick to foods that have one ingredient, or maybe if you do have something that comes in a box, it has a few ingredients, but not like a paragraph this big.
Yeah. And how about things like enriched bleached flour? Like, I feel like I've definitely seen that. It's flour, which isn't the end of the world, but are those other two words kind of those things that kick it to the curb?
They become much more processed whenever the word enriched is there. So again, I'm not going to say I don't eat foods that have enriched in it, but I limit that for sure. I don't worry about that as much as I do the aspartame and the sucralose, but it does mean that whatever is in it is more processed.
Okay, that's really good to know. I didn't actually know that. All right, and I wanted to ask, since we're in the month of Halloween, if you have a suggestion for a Halloween candy that maybe is better ingredients-wise than some of the other options out there.
Yes. So I do have a favorite brand, and it's called Unreal, because they do not use lots of artificial things in them. So I was just like checking the ingredient list, and basically they use less sugar, but they don't use corn syrup and they don't use sugar alcohols. So when in doubt, I always go with the Unreal brand, and they try to make the same candies that are out there, but in a healthy way. So if you're gonna do it, do this, but don't be afraid to be that person who gives toothbrushes or coins or something else at Halloween.
Well, hang on, coins, that wouldn't be. You're giving out dollar bills. I think kids will be coming to the house.
It's been so long, I don't even know, like I haven't had trick-or-treaters in so long, but you know what I mean, not candy. Don't be afraid to give something other than candy.
Gotcha. I will tell everybody spider rings. You can get about 100 at the dollar store for $1.25. So there are other options out there, absolutely. Okay, and we have just a little time, so I wanted to ask real quickly, if I can, Kim, about eating seasonally, because here we are, we're starting to be in a period of change. We're coming away from the summery foods. What's coming in? And how does it support nutrition in our bodies? Because we actually need to change the way that we eat, even though a bunch of us do not, as the seasons change.
I think it's great to eat seasonally. I've talked about it a lot with my clients. You know, as we get into these cooler months, like typically what would grow in a garden is a lot different than what grows in the summer. So you're not going to get so much the hot peppers and the tomatoes. You're going to get more of the salad greens, which is kind of interesting because I'm always like, how am I going to eat my tomatoes with my salad when salad greens actually don't like the hot weather? But it is really great to eat seasonally. And I think it gives the body a break from eating certain foods and then going into the next season and eating something new.
We are going to talk more about that in November. We've already decided. Kim, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, as always, for your time. Guys, you can learn more about all of Kim's services to get you feeling great. She has got a holiday challenge coming up as well at earnthatbody.com. If it feels like you're constantly playing catch up, the right tools can make a big difference. Today we're spotlighting smart solutions, from home essentials to cutting edge tech that can help you both stay ahead and simplify your routine. Alyssa Bergamini is standing by with the best products at the best prices in this week's Epic Discounts from consumer resource bestreviews.com.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by bestreviews.com. I'm Alyssa Bergamini. Scan the QR code on your screen to unlock big savings on today's top deals. We've got an exciting lineup today, products that make life smarter, simpler, and a whole lot more enjoyable. Let's kick things off with something that might just become your favorite household assistant. Meet the Narwhal Flow, a powerhouse 2-in-1 robot vacuum and mop. The Flow Wash system self-cleans the mop in real time. It handles carpets, corners, edges, and when it's done, it empties itself. No hands, no hassle. And speaking of powerhouses, let's talk about the kind you take to the gym. If you're looking to boost your energy and performance, Cellucor C4 pre-workout is the way to go, all with zero sugar involved. Now, of course, what goes up must come down, and that's where recovery matters most. That's why Cellucor Whey Protein pairs perfectly with the pre-workout. You get 25 grams of high-quality protein in every serving with zero added sugar and just 140 calories. Now, from your health to your four-legged family member's health, the Base Paws Dog DNA Kit lets you uncover what makes your pup truly unique. With results covering over 300 breeds, more than 280 health risks, and 30 traits, it gives you deep insight into your dog's ancestry, health predispositions, and personality. It's knowledge that can help you care smarter and love your pets even deeper. And just like we want the best tools to care for our pets, we also want the best tools for our digital lives as well. That brings us to the Apple iPad Air with the M3 chip. Whether you're working, creating, or just unwinding, the 11-inch liquid retina display delivers rich, vibrant visuals. You get 256 gigabytes of storage, Wi-Fi 6E for blazing fast speeds, Touch ID, and all-day battery life. And with 12 megapixel cameras on both the front and the back, you're ready really for anything. Let's get a look at all of our products one last time. From smart cleaning to smart living, energy boost to pet insights, these are the products designed to upgrade every part of your life. Head to epicdiscounts.com or just scan that QR code on your screen and get ready to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find the products mentioned and where to buy them by going to our website, KXAN.com, and clicking on the Marketplace tab. Studio 512 is celebrating. Linka Biaggi is turning 49 years old today. Linka, your daughter wanted you to have a little surprise live on television. Very sweet of her. A very happy birthday from Studio 512 to you. Folks, if you've got something you'd like to celebrate, send it on over for a chance at an on-air shout-out. Studio 512 at KXAN.com.
She embodies all that Austin is, and she stole the hearts of the country on season 20 of America's Got Talent. So joining me now is the one, the only, Mama Duke. Mama Duke, what's up? How are you?
Better than I've ever been.
Yes.
You know, life was good.
Yeah, I'm delighted to be speaking with you. We got to have you on Studio 512 a few weeks ago ahead of the season 20 finale, but now the season's ended and you're moving on to bigger and better things is what I say, right?
Yes.
Yes, so it's all incredible. Okay, so let's go back in time a little bit.
Yes, let's do it.
AGT experience overall. Describe it to me. What was it like for you?
Here's the thing. Where I'm from, the people in the TV are the people in the TV. And so to watch this from the outside looking in, to now be on, to be like, okay, these people are technically my competitors, but I would vote for you if I wasn't on the... It's a weird space, but it's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's good.
To now be a part of.
Yes, yeah. So, okay, this finale performance you had, of course, you rocked to the house like you did all season long. How'd you go about planning and kind of prepping for that?
You don't really... I had 2 weeks, and here's the thing. Everybody has different superpowers and advantages. That person's singing a song that everybody knows, and now you get to put your own little spin on it, so people really love it. This person is doing acrobat. You know, everybody has their own superpower. For me, I started writing immediately after the Golden Buzzer.
Okay.
Which... it could work against you, could work for you.
Sure.
And so my biggest thing, win or lose, I would say win or win, I needed people to know I'm songwriting in real time. Regardless, I'm taking a risk. You have to write $1 million experience, and you have to let go a little bit. You cannot sit there and go, oh my God, I'm writing. It's like, we're having fun. This is fun now.
Yeah.
So it was pressure, but not the pressure you would think.
Yeah, I love that. So would you say that that's like true to your typical songwriting experiences, like writing in the now and writing for the moment?
Absolutely. If I'm not writing for another artist, usually an artist comes to me, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I want the song to sound like, then I write. But me personally, absolutely write in real time.
Yeah.
If I'm going through a heartbreak, you're gonna know.
You're gonna know.
You're gonna know.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so why don't you tell me something that maybe would surprise people watching this, maybe about AGT or the production of it all, something that we don't get to see as typical viewers?
For me, going into it, I was like you and the rest of America, or the world rather. It's like, is this show for me? But behind the scenes, there was people that look like me, that are like me. In wardrobe, I walked in like, what is this gonna be? And then I'm like, oh, somebody with my body type tailored to me to help me find what I need to find, what's gonna fit my body, you know? So you think from the outside looking in, oh, I know exactly what the show looks like behind the scenes. You absolutely do not. My music coach was a Black woman.
Okay.
And so to be in a room with such a force, like, take up space.
Yeah.
Write what you want to do. If, you know, if something isn't going your way or you don't like something, say it. And so to be empowered on stage, people don't know that part. That you feel not like a person that gets to do this. It's like, you are here, you have a voice, use it. And so that's empowering.
Well, which I think is so cool because, you know, similar to like what we do in TV, it's like you putting your music out there, that's you in its truest form, right? So if people don't like that, it's like you can't do a whole lot to change that for them, you know? So it's like you're putting yourself on the line completely, would you say?
Which is why you can let go. Your people will find you. even with writing this song, it's like, oh my gosh, you could win $1 million or not. It's like, listen, I won. I am the first female rapper in the top 10.
Yeah.
I'm writing music. This is what I do every day. So it's like you let go so that you can be, you know?
Yes, I think that's so good. And a lot of people need to hear that too, which I think is really important. So, okay, so people here in Austin probably know you and I'm sure love you because you've been performing around the city for years. So
yes.
How would you say your time kind of performing around town in Austin, different venues, different stages, really best kind of prepped you for what was to come with AGT?
Well, I will always say rap music got me here.
Okay.
And that pop music started the head turns, you know? But Austin being a melting pot of all kind of artists and artistry has prepared me for this moment because I got to play. In Austin, if you do rap music 1/4 of your life and you jump into pop, nobody's like, what? People are like, you do pop now? You know? And so jumping into America's Got Talent, it was like, ooh, I get to kind of play around. It's a circus. And so Austin helped me be comfortable in changing, even if it was day to day.
Yeah.
You know, as a songwriter, I'm writing country music, I'm writing pop music. It was perfect for the environment I was in.
Yeah, well, and how lucky of an experience to have to be able to take everything that you kind of learned and grew into your own here in Austin and share that on a big stage like America's Got Talent. I mean, that's incredible stuff right there.
Man.
So one thing that I just absolutely love about you, I think it's so raw and it's so real, is that you were just authentically yourself. And you know, we live in this world where we're always trying to fit into kind of the mold that society has for us. So what advice would you give to other people that are still maybe trying to find their place in the world, really trying to figure out who they are? What would you say to them?
Here's the thing. If I looked at America's Got Talent before I auditioned and I was like, I don't see me, I don't hear me, why would I go do that? You know, why would I do that?
Yeah.
I could have listened to my lower self, which she was very much there. Like, should we be doing this? You know, but my higher self is like, well, what if you're the first? And it turns out I was. So if I could look on AGT and go, well, no rappers have really been successful, so what would I be doing there? Well, now we know. Sometimes you got to be the first.
Yeah.
You know?
You got to be the example.
Absolutely. And so I also want to say this. 6 months ago, I worked at the YMCA and was a rapper. If you say that to anybody, my age, younger, older, they'd be like, you work at the YMCA and you're a rapper? And then now you fast forward and you put that title in a different environment. People go, you worked at the YMCA and you were a rapper? And then, so tell me more. And so I want to say your life is cool already. You just got to change your environment. It is just, you are a day away from that title being this now. And so that's the, you know, that's the vibe. It's you are enough. Go find the people that see that.
Yeah. Well, and it goes back to what you're saying earlier, like your people and your audience will find you, which I think is so key. Okay, so as you just said, you were working at the Y pre-AGT, but you have since left that role. So I'm curious to know what's for you now? What does the future hold? What's holding for you personally, musically? What's going on?
I will say, like, being a starving artist doesn't always feel like this.
Sure.
There's people in your email, in your DMs. There's people like in Austin, people are reaching out like never before. And so right now I'm accumulating a team. It's like, I need help. You know what I mean? And so locking in a manager, booking, I have an attorney. It's just like, this is super cool. You don't realize how fast your life can change. And so there's just, I don't know, I'm just accumulating a team and working. It's like everybody's about to hibernate. In fall, but it's time to get to work.
It's time to get to work.
I have a music proclamation given to me by the city on October 23rd that I want to plug. So it's like, things are
happening.
Gotta roll. The Feels So Good to Be You music videos coming out. We just shot it. So it's like,
oh my gosh.
You know? It's beautiful. Things are just, they're right there. They're right there.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah, and I think just what you've done is going to be such an impact on so many people. And speaking of, what kind of impact do you hope that your music has on your fans and listeners?
I hope, just like I've been saying through this whole process, that they allow me to do me. I'm going to give you what you want, but I'm also going to give you what I want. And so it's going to be this beautiful thing. This fall, you might get this. Top of the year, you're going to get this. And so I hope people can listen and be like, I love this. And if you don't love this, I song wrote. However I say that, I songwrote for other artists, and you might like that one. And so my artistry is everywhere. And I just want people to bend and be flexible like I am. It's like, music is fun. Let me do my thing. You know, let me cook.
Holding space, right? Having space and showing up and showing out, which I think is what you're so good at. I love it. So, okay, if people want to get connected with you, maybe want to see you in person, any upcoming events, or how can people stay connected with you?
My website is mamaduketv.com. And you can find everything you want there. If you want some music, there's a link. If you want some merch, there's a link. If you want to know where I'm at next, there's a link.
Okay, perfect. Well, Amadou, thank you so much. Congrats again on your journey on this season of America's Got Talent, and thanks for representing Austin so well.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, man.
I pass the sweet little studio on the way into work each morning, and we're grateful that Jules Winson, the owner of Cafe Monet Art and Clay Studio, has agreed to come in and introduce us to her offerings and her space, which has been around now for 25 years, a quarter of a century, which is a big, big deal. Congratulations, first of all, and good morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Lovely to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
And let's talk about Cafe Monet Art and Clay Studio, how you got started all those years ago. You told me you had a little bit of a fine arts background, but you did do a little bit of work in corporate America as an architect, and then said, you know what, not for me.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I fell in love with clay in college, and I'd already been doing paintings and things on my own. And it was love at first sight with the clay. I just never thought that I could make a living out of it. So I did what I thought was the responsible thing, to go to college and get the degree and work in the field. And clay just kept calling me back.
Oh, wow. And so when you started this studio 25 years ago, first of all, was it in the space it is now?
It is.
No, you're kidding. So it's
space.
seen a lot of change.
A lot of change,
in that amount of
time. A lot
time.
of growth in Austin, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And now you're right in the middle of everything, which is how I happened to pass by you.
I know. I'm so grateful that you saw us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Of course. Well, we're happy to have you. Let's talk a little bit about what you offer, because boy, we could be here all morning.
Right?
The big thing that we want to get across to everybody is what sets you apart from other pottery studios, and it's the fact that you can walk in at any time.
Yes, you can walk in at any time and paint pottery. So there are the pieces that are unpainted on the shelf, ready to go. They're already formed. And that is a food safe item. So you could paint pottery. We give you all the tools. You don't even need any experience. You can come in and hand build something, and that is really unique for us. We offer a drop-in hand building. Just make an appointment. It doesn't cost anything to make the appointment, but you can make several different things. We've seen some amazing artwork come out of our hand building drop-in guests that we have. And then we have about 20 potter's wheels, and we teach you how to throw on the wheel. You could do a one-time try it class and see what you think of it, or join into our 8-week course. And then you could go into our membership.
Oh, okay. So I want to ask a little bit more about the membership, but I will already tell you that my mother-in-law watches this show. We're always looking for like the next new arty thing to try.
Oh my gosh.
So an 8-week class is like right along those lines.
Yes.
What does someone learn in those 8 weeks?
The 8-week class is on the potter's wheel, so you will learn how to handle your clay, how to care for it, how to center on the wheel, how to start building up your pieces and learning how to shape them, whether you'd like to make a vase or a bowl or a mug, or perhaps you have something already in mind that you want to come in and make. And we teach you everything from start to finish.
Yeah, and I think that's a big difference that people are maybe right now hearing. If you don't know much about pottery, there are 2 ways to do it. It's throwing, which is a very fun verb, right?
Yeah.
On the pottery wheel that's turning, and then there's also the hand building, so to speak.
Yes, for the clay. We love to throw things.
Throwing is fun when you're doing pottery. Okay, and you're going to do a little hand building for us today in the form of mugs. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
tell us
right,
about
yeah.
that.
Well, everyone loves a mug.
Yes.
So you can't ever have enough mugs. So we have slab rollers, and we would take your clay when you arrive and roll it out into a slab and press. What you're going to do is press into the clay with your stamp.
A little
it's
stamp
a
here.
cityscape stamp.
Cute. Well, it's really nice. And what do? Do I just press with all my might?
Press with all your might.
Okay,
yes.
because I'm guessing the more you press, the better you're going to have an imprint.
That's right.
To work with. Okay.
Just nice and even all over.
Well, I can't
You're
guarantee
doing great.
that.
Well, your nails look great.
Oh, thank you. That's sweet of you. I was going for a fall look because, girl, I'm excited.
I know, me too.
Finally ready for it to cool down just a little bit. Okay, I'm taking away. There, we've got some cityscape happening.
Yes, you've got a cityscape happening. And then what you will do is you will take the clay, lift it up, and we'll wrap it around into like a cylinder. And you'll attach a handle, and once we glaze it and fire it, you'll have your own handmade mug.
And then aren't you so happy to have coffee or tea out of something you have made every single morning or as a gift for somebody else?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's wonderful, especially because I'm going to start saying it, y'all. The holidays are not too far away. Okay, right. You've also done what looks to me kind of like a sunburst of sorts, and we've used a cookie cutter basically to cut it out.
Yeah, we use a lot of kitchen tools with clay.
Ah, okay.
So we take a cookie cutter. We also roll a slab of clay out for you. This is actually a white clay body once it goes through the firing process. And when you get your cookie cutter cut out, then you're going to take it and slump it into the bowl. We have the bowls available for you.
Okay, so this has been pre-cut out, y'all, just because TV magic. And then I'm just pushing it in.
Just pushing it in.
Yeah, okay, gently.
Mm-hmm. And then however you can form it more, or you can leave it a little bit more slumped in there.
Okay.
Now once that clay dries, Rosie, it's going to take that shape and you'll have a nice little dish for yourself.
Oh, it's really gorgeous. Perfect for keys, for earrings, for rings at the end of the night. I like that. Okay. Lots of classes. We did touch on memberships as well. I want to make sure we circle back around to those. Tell me about, it sounds like you've graduated to a higher level when we get to memberships. Tell me about it.
Sort of, yes. We like to call it our Creatively Fit membership. So it acts very much like a gym membership where you would go to get physically fit. We call it Creatively Fit. And you have full access to our studio, and you'll just come in with your own key card and make it your own space.
Wow.
And we have a monthly membership where you're just gonna pay monthly on that and have full access to everything that we would have.
Okay.
So it comes with the clay, comes with the kilns, comes with the wheels, comes with the slab roller, everything that you would need.
And a key card to help yourself in. I mean, that is VIP if I've ever heard it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and so of course that's for someone who's a little bit more advanced, but I do want to talk about skill set as we come into this. Do we need to have had any background like you in fine art in order to come in and have fun?
No, you don't need to have any background at all. We teach you everything that you would need to know. We have lots of stencils and stamps available to you to help along with the process as well. And or BYOB, so that helps too.
I'm going to be a better artist because of that. All right, Jules, we'll have to leave it there, but such cool things, even Halloween themed items, y'all, very exciting. Drop in and do a little fun painting. Sounds good to me. Thank you for your time.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, guys, explore clay workshops, walk-in fun, classes, memberships, and more at cafemonet.org.